Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we're discussing parenting, the lazy parents, the overwhelmed parents, the emotionally drained parents, the parent that is dealing with, what was the word? I don't want to put the wrong label on it. Let's just say
No, there's a word that usually they're autopilot parents. And they were more of our own parents' generation than ours. You know those autopilot, no, the child will turn out right. Or you will turn out right. Any at the beginning, you don't born her, you go turn out right. They will come back. Have you done your homework? I couldn't understand maths. But my immediate elder sister was born with maths. As in she went to class in heaven and came with it because she was naturally good at it. So they expected the same standard of me. No problem. You know those children, I don't have problem. I just look at my dad one day and say, you see that maths? It's not my calling. Leave it for Keke, let her be doing it. So when we're writing our exams, I remember when because we're in the same class, and I would say, Keke, you know, go teach me. Tomorrow on our maths paper, you know, go teach me. That's the only solution I had to my maths problem. So my parents had to get me a maths teacher from JS3, from SS1 till I finished WAEC. The reason is because the first results, first term, you need to see that maths. As in, I had ons. Everything on the, so I didn't go to school at all. I didn't want to be bothered about it because nobody was helping me. But now, because I have been through it, there's no child of mine that has a difficulty in any subject. I will tell you, there's no difficult subject. It's help.
It's learning.
You need, we help you. Do you understand? There was a way you will cope with it and will find it. Because by the time I wrote my WAEC and I had a C in maths, everybody in my house was shocked. The thing is, I found a way. I had the maths dictionary, I wrote the formulas, I cram it. Everything is one format, same format. Everything, same format.
And maths is formula.
It's formula.
The formula.
It's one format. So I didn't need to know it as in love it. I just knew how to pass it. Pass and go. So
can we talk about, Maya mentioned a particular set of parents who are unwilling to make the sacrifice necessary for parenting. You know, and I think that we need to talk about that because sometimes parenting, the quality parenting requires sacrifice.
It is
we
a
don't
deliberate
celebrate enough women who pay that price. And usually, you see this conversation, we have not mentioned father. Because it is not expected that father will do homework. Or when the diaper is being soiled and the child is being dropped off, nobody is expecting that the father should have changed the diaper or the father should have prepared food. So all of this is on the shoulder of who? Mothers. So let's deal with it. We can't even change the one. Let's not even talk about the fathers, and that's not even. Let's talk about the mothers and the challenge of managing that. I want to be my own person. There's a movie on Netflix I'm watching, Not, and the lady left her marriage to want to start work because she feels like she wants to find herself. I want to have my own thing. And sometimes that is taking women away, taking us away from being the nurturers and then when the child suffers, who are meant to be. And then it still comes on, how do we manage it?
And then if she doesn't find herself, nobody will confuse her. So can we commend women who find themselves in their natural roles? Like a nurturer, you birth a child, your role. Because we started this conversation and confused a lot of women. So people no longer feel fulfilled in the simple things. Waking up in the morning, running to your child's school, getting your child back, checking their books and all of that, and then you look at your friend who is doing hi-fi, and you cannot just be appreciative of your friend from afar and appreciative of yourself from where you are. Because now there's definition, English, everything, packaging. If you see people writing CV, nobody writes their CV and says, I'm a full-time mother, except Misha. My most cherished achievements, because I know the journey that I used to get one shite. I know how many injections they shook me. It was every day asking God for a child, a particular kind of child, and a particular kind of mother I want to be. It was a conversation. So I prepare. But even as I prepare, I'm scared that I'm not adequate, that I'm not doing enough, because children will surprise you. And so those parents, can we just appreciate those simple things? Can we appreciate our mothers who gave up their lives? Businesses, careers, so we can be here. If we can't do the same for our children, can we appreciate our support system? People who are making sure things happen. Because we don't talk, like, if I want to write my CV, I'm a high-flyer, I'm CEO, something, before I feel fulfilled, because that's what I want to do, to prepare them. Can we prepare them and just be grateful for the simple things of life? It's rare. And so we've confused a lot of things. A parent, for instance, will be overwhelmed because, yes, you want to be a CEO, banker, branch manager, everything. You're on the street, but you look back and your child is dragging, your home is suffering. Then you say, well, find a way now. You say, find a way. You're telling a child who is helpless, who's looking at you, to find a way. The child is confused.
Bringing us back to our question of why did you have a child. Let me take this call from Egbeda. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I really like this topic this morning.
It's
I
close
like
to
the
them.
angle Auntie Damola took it from. Many parents these days, especially many mothers, they are very lazy. I'm sorry to say that. We know that yes, there are some overwhelming mothers, but many parents or many women don't know why they are giving birth. Like the question Auntie Damola asked her, why do you give birth? See, I have one parent in my area. If you see this lady, she's so beautiful. Like, whenever you see her, she's a very beautiful lady. But when you see her children, fuck, these children, you would think they are, like, when I see them, I almost shed tears. I have to ask one woman, are you sure it's this man that gave her to this? She said, yes. And the children are wearing rags. You know what the woman do? She will be at the front, while the children will be at the back. She don't allow the children to go with her. And funny enough, their landlords, their landlady, they own their own house.
Wow.
So you will not tell me.
So
You will not tell me that
prioritizing the wrong
she
things.
doesn't have. She doesn't have money to take care of the children. Maybe they are looking for house rent or they have their own house. But if you see the way this lady will pancake her face, she would do it like. And if I know she will not even be able. She will not go and tell people that these are my children because they are not presentable. So I'm sorry to say that many parents these days, I don't know. I don't know how we treat especially mothers. Because the thing is on our neck. Like, okay, let me use myself for example. Yesterday night I was not feeling well. My husband gave money to buy drugs. But I remember that my children will go to school this morning and there is no food they will take to school. Do you know that I have to go and use that money for drugs to buy what they will take to school? As I'm talking to you now, I have not buy drugs. I have not taken care of myself. But it's not as if I don't know that I need it. But with these children go to school and beg food, no, they will not. So I have to set their priority right, set the priority right. At least they should first. I will take care of myself later. So thank you. Please, what we need to do.
Thank you so much, Mercy.
I don't agree with that one.
Yeah,
Because she was saying
so,
that too.
you know, okay, so let's just talk about the example of the woman, the mother, who wants to be the high flyer and is the high flyer, has businesses, she's chasing all those things. What makes that what would make it a problem or a bad thing is that she does not put in place other structures to help her where she cannot keep her eyes on. Do you understand? So it's not that there's anything wrong with you wanting to be all those things, but realize that it will come at a cost and that you have to put something you have to prepare. Yeah, you have to put a structure in place. There's this lady, she's British Jamaican, Emma Greed. She's she's very successful, and someone was asking her, like, how does she balance it? She says there's no balance. Balance does not exist. It's that she understands that she needs a support system. Yeah. So she owns many businesses, has co-founded so many businesses, but she says she needs help with her children. The truth is she's not able to do what most mothers who don't have her own peculiarities, can do. So she has put structures in place to make sure that they help with homework and whatever. And then she knows that when she comes back from work, there's a time that she dedicates to spending with those children. So for me, the problem will be that you have made the decision to be all this, and then you've forgotten that you have children. You've forgotten that those people, yes, you've forgotten that they have to be taken care of. They have to be raised. They have to be nurtured. That you have to have some input into how those children are raised. Now, if you're talking of the one that decides, okay, I'm going to be here with the children because, I don't even have any, I cannot even pay for any support system or any structure. So I'm going to be there, watch how, what they eat, follow up on school and things like that. We still call them out because there comes a point where the children will grow up and then you're left with nothing. So we're saying in your parenting, realize that you can give it all up. You can remember yourself. I'm trying to put this to, like, you can still be that parent and create some time, and create something for yourself. So in your own situation, you may not be as big as the other person who has dedicated her time to her business. Your business may not be as big, but it's it's a sacrifice that you have made, and you know that eventually you would move, you know, when the children grow, you will move to your own business, but you will not feel bad.
Keep growing as you're raising your children.
Yeah,
and
you will not,
because you want to raise the children.
And you will not feel bad. You will not feel bad because it's a decision you made for yourself. This is what is priority to me while I'm doing this one on the side, slowly and steadily. So you understand, and you know, at the when it's time to take a back seat and you've done your job, you don't feel bad that, oh, I didn't do what this other woman did because she got all this. So you know that yours is different.
Must it be business, career that you must build, or relationships? So I am friends with a lot of old people. I just pay them visit. I hardly see their kids. I say maybe at a birthday or family gathering. So I will spend hours. Somebody has raised her kids and chose to invest time in me, and we are bonded. Myself and YK, we spend more time, except maybe when Roller is in the country, together than, you know, we'll go for our lunch dates. If she wants to, Nima, when are you available for spa? We do those things. Those are special things together. That's you investing in your relationships. Because what you need most in your old age, people mistake it.
You think it's children?
No, they think your children must give you material things. No, whereas you're looking for their companionship more in old age. That's what.
But what she's saying is different. Like, because when the children go to when after university and they move on with their life, what would you now have?
Is the companionship that you would miss? No, is the companionship.
She was saying that she was giving the opinion that you should continue growing yourself, because people you are meeting, they have value. That's why. I
do not disagree with that. I'm asking the people you're meeting, how much of yourself are you investing in those people so that they invest back in you, in you? They visit you, they check up on you. It might not be your kids who will be there for you medically, everything, all the.
But what I was going to say is, it doesn't have to be business. It can be charity. It can be church. Many women.
It could be relationships. Because in also facing your children, then you're forgetting to form relationships. That's also something. So you should be able to balance it.
I just think that maybe we prioritize wrong things, and we put preeminence on things that are maybe trivial. Even if you build relationship in your early years, what if all of them are passed before you are old? Who will you remain with? But the truth is that I think I'm a strong advocate of women should be the deciders of how many children they can cope with.
It's important.
It's very important. You can't have 5 children and still want yourself. You will lose yourself along the line.
Oh, definitely.
If you are not that strong and you don't have help or you don't have support from anywhere, how strong can you even be? It is mental. It is mentally draining, because there's no how you will not break down one day. And you will not think back and want to begin to regret that why did I even do this? Because by the time you are chasing 5 people all around in 5 different universities, 5 secondary schools, you have to go all around here and there. There is no how you will not even forget that you have a dream or a drive as a woman.
I agree.
Because you are busy nurturing. Yes, it's a genuine thing, but also remember that these climes where we are, we have seen children. They say children are like birds. They fly away. Let God, our prayer is for God to give us compassionate children.
Amen.
Who will look at our sacrifices and come back home to say, oh, my mother sacrificed. We have children of our set who said, oh, my mother sold all her wrappers to send me to school. Oh, so I must buy this for her. And because they saw the sacrifice, some children don't go back home because they know their parents didn't sacrifice.
You go show them what kids.
And they just brought them here.
If I buy something for my kids, if me buy something for my kids, well, don't know. This thing, it could have been for my spa money. But I bought it for you. I always say to them, this money I could have used to buy gold. I just say that I should prioritize you. I always say it to them.
So that don't do it behind them.
Children see and they reward accordingly. And that's the truth. You'll find out some children. I have a friend who said, my father didn't train me now, so why is he expecting money?
And he didn't know that was giving mommy money.
No, because he knew that his mom, he was raised by a single mom. Okay. So he's saying that this whole emolument that my father is enjoying, he doesn't even deserve it because he didn't spend 1 kobo on me from the inception. But he takes solace in the Bible says we should take care of our parents. So regardless. Now, the point here is, if we begin to address each other, like I always say, we are the problem. It's we people. Because somebody are married for 2-3 years now, they are looking for stomach to protrude. You don't know if it's a personal decision, if she's not mentally balanced or ready to have a child. Your problem starts from that pregnancy. And it's not going to end until when you leave this life. Because, God forbid now, maybe your mom hears that, oh, they are fighting in VI. She's calling you on the phone. They are fighting in VI, don't pass deal. That is the job of a parent.
Forever.
It is forever. So how many people are ready to trade their forever to become mothers. And we still want to become high flyers, we still want to do the job. And I always tell my children, I tell my boys, the small one is still 3. But the older one at 11, I said, that's why I don't want too many children, because I don't want to forget myself training children. So I let him know that this is my own standard. Though. Mommy is a broadcaster. Mommy will work. I like to work. But I knew that, of course, let me have my own garden to be able to nurture. So when they are saying Yalagbaja, I can be a Yalagbaja because I mean, do you understand? So
let me take this call.
Okay, as important as engineer.
Helen, welcome to the show. Good morning. Do we still have Helen there?
Morning.
Okay.
Morning, Helen.
I thought we lost her.
Yeah, my contribution to this topic is that as much as I agree with every lady on the studio, I want to also believe that there are mothers that are overwhelmed and there are lazy mothers.
Yes.
Now, for the lazy mothers, right, they are lazy because maybe, I stand to be corrected, maybe they were not oriented before they even got into the marriage. They don't even know the purpose why they are there. So it will be hard for them to just kind of adjust to their new life as a mother. And another thing is that most ladies don't really know why they give birth. Some people just give birth because they want to be called Mama Alagbaja.
Respected.
And the sacrifice and every other thing that they have to do for that child, they don't have it in their head. So such people need help. And the problem we have in this country is that women don't like helping themselves. When you discover somebody like that, there is a way you can help such person. For example, when I had my own child, at some point I was not very, very ready at that time, like my first baby. I was not very ready. But thank God for the women within my vicinity there. They helped me emotionally, morally, and from there I picked 1 or 2 lessons. So instead of people condemning those ones, channel that energy of condemnation to correct them.
Thank you.
And teach them.
Well said.
So God will help us. Then sister, talk about your birthday package. Send it to all your lovers.
On what she said, I remember one day I was walking in Ushodi, and there was this woman who backed her baby, and the head was tilting. And I said, Auntie, Oriomoye. And you know what she answered me with? I went one lay.
Like I've raised the
older
other
ones are at home.
So don't correct
they did not die.
So they did not die. The fact that they're refusing to understand that even that child might be going through pain.
Of course not.
So
It's
something
not
that also struck me is that I want to help you. I'm not going to your house.
Don't be
But
angry.
Some people don't also want help because they feel that, oh, I've trained the other ones.
It's a generation of mind your business.
That's how, it's now a generation of mind your business. So yes, there are times that my neighbor is not around. Her daughter comes in to stay a while, and I'm asking her, oh, do you want food? Have you eaten? What do you want? I let her make her choice because I want to believe that the way I can force my own children to eat what I put on the table, I might not be able to force you like that. And sometimes the girl is just like, oh, don't worry, I'll eat noodles, and that's the help you can offer. This same neighbor of mine, when her children wears clothes, I'm not comfortable with it, but I have to turn my eyes. Because this that time you will say, Omokolo, is it not money she used to buy it? No, because I've tried to. Sorry, I've tried to. But I see that she's this spirit kind of person. Oh, they can wear tube at 10 and show belly. I'm like, it's not decent or moral.
No, for
but
you.
it's for me. Before they'll bring it to tribe, because she's not of my tribe. So what I see is not what she sees. She came now.
You know, I just love the last caller because what she did is she explained, you know, there's a difference between a lazy mother, or lazy parent and overwhelmed parent. And I was going to say also, what has happened for us recently, maybe in the last 10 years, is that society has given us a picture of what a perfect woman or mother should be. So she wakes up early, she has her 3 to 4 children.
She's so fast.
She dresses up in her best clothes while they're all dressed up perfectly, and then she drops them off at school, then drives to work and does what she has to do, then comes back, picks them up, and then somehow the children act perfectly. You know, when they tell them to sit down, they sit down, do their homework, and then, you know, she cooks for them, cooks for the husband. You know, there's that perfection that has been drawn out for us. And we feel that if we are not like that, then we have failed. And so we keep pushing to be all that. And that picture expects you, one person, to be the one to do all of that.
You are
so what this scholar has reminded us is that raising children has never been something one person does. When they say that it takes a village, they know exactly what they are talking about. You need your sisters with you. You need the one that when they are doing carpooling, see, my own time for work, I can't get off at this time. Please, can we pool with you? Can we go with you? You are constantly looking for different ways to step in for each other. Where one person is weak, the other person is strong, you know. We don't do that anymore. We are everything for ourselves. And then because of that, we are lacking in where we are meant to be strong, which is the children. And then we are forgetting that all these things that we're chasing is really for the children. It's really to help them to become wholesome human beings themselves. And then we have forgotten that that is why we're doing it. Then we are sitting down here and we're talking about issues that our children have because we were not there. And as you said, it's easy to point the finger, but we should also point the fingers at all of us, because while our sister was struggling, when we could offer help, did we? Or did we sit down and gossip about it? Of how, did you see how our children are just running up and down? How they are not to do, how their nose is running, you know? Nothing. Children. Nobody is there for each other. So those are the things.
I'm going to make a case for a lazy parent. You know, the caller was talking about, instead of condemning,
teach. I wrote it down. Teach them.
I have seen a lot. There's a stage as a mother I was not trusting of society, but I took time to believe that it's only good that is out there. You know those mothers, as Dami gave, when I had my daughter, I would use a strapper in front.
Baby carrier.
My neighbors would come, I could have argued. I would just be patient because I don't know where the advice is coming. I don't know. I'll keep quiet. They will take off the strap. They will buy me wrapper. They'll go and bring their wrappers. Yolu will just back the child. Like that was how I started knowing her. She just puts the child on her own back as opposed to my own. Where are you going? I want to just get down to the market. Go and come back. The child is sleeping. So little by little, you allow yourself. The support system will know when you need that support because of the way you received it.
Be open.
So you try. It's not everybody, because these days our religious houses are making us suspicious of everybody that has wrinkled. We too are now wrinkling now. They are the next generation of
no wrinkle.
Witches.
No.
So we are aging
forever 16.
Okay, don't worry. You allow yourself. You tell people how you need your help. But there are some mothers. You need to let them sit up and face the reality. If I come home now, there's someone that usually brings her baby. Hey, big mommy, take. Now you should bring baby. Hold your baby. Because we had the conversation. You can't keep doing this back to back.
How do you
birth
learn?
control. She was not a good mom from the first one we supported. Then the second one she said was a mistaken pregnancy. The third one, carry your baby. Reason is because the abandonment of the kids, let us not be indulging.
Enablers.
Don't become enablers of that laziness eventually. So now, when their birthday come, let me know.
We will support.
But you see that, carry that baby.
Yes.
When the child, everything I condemn. Have you been to their school? Just come on, get up and go to the school. She'll just be there. Where are your kids? Before my body, I'll be the one there.
You go by yourself.
Supporting, and now get up and go there. And I'll say publicly.
But that's you teaching. You see, you're still not judging.
You know you can be condemning.
I know, but you're teaching.
People
and that's
would
the thing.
Secretly tell.
Yes.
But I realize that some people, it's not everybody you secretly.
You have to openly
embarrass them to that
good
behavior. I'm looking for.
We'll take a break now. Wow, this is masterclass on parenting 101, 102. When we return, we'll continue with 103. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.